Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to be your host for tonight's season opener for Tier 6 at the Red Bull Ring. Days Freak. I should have a co-commentator. Can't find his gamer tag. Let me see if it will, if my controller stops doing this. Seems as if one of our drivers is having a bit of an internet issue. So how are we all doing today? This is my first time streaming in this league. I have had previous experience though streaming. I have done RSF1, I've done ROM, DTF1. This is I think my fourth or fifth different league I've done commentary for. I've done TSRL. I don't know if you guys know that. That's more of an American league. It's a very small American league. And we've finally going to start the session with Spider Noir leaving. Bit of a cloudy start to this session. From top to bottom, we have got Pikachu in the Mercedes. He and Wavy are technically teammates of mine since I am a reserve for Mercedes. So, of course, I will be a little bit biased towards these two. I do hope these two have a very good day today. It looks like Wavy will be the first man out of the pits. Only one commentator. Well, I tried to invite the other guy. I haven't gotten his gamer tag yet. I tried to look it up, and Xbox told me that he doesn't exist. So he's gonna have to message me if he wants to join the party. Next man out of the garage is You Are Dirt, I believe is his name. PlayStation driver. He is in the Alfa Romeo. Pikachu is also out. I don't even know how to say this name. Finsink, I guess. Thinks. I don't know. He's gonna have to tell me. A lot of guys out now, just about whole grid. And we've got what looks like Silky Seisland knocking out a breaker board. Not sure. We're gonna go back to Wavy as he starts the first hot lap of this new season here at the Red Bull Ring, coming out of the final corner. He's fourth here on the exit. Over the DRS for the first of 3 times. Heading into turn 1. Down to fourth here. Rides a little wide and he's invalidated. So the next man we're going to go to is Zero Dirt. Opens DRS second time out of turn 1. Coming to the little kink of turn 2 with the left-hander. Full throttle, of course. Now heading into 3, second gear for the Alfa Romeo. DRS for the third and final time on this lap. Doesn't look like he's getting much of a tow from the driver in front. Down to third gear here for turn 4. Has to go a little wide to avoid their Mercedes of Wavy. And we've got a 5-place grid penalty for the Aston Martin of EXA. Sixth gear, about 80% on the throttle there. Now through the final corner. Opens DRS one last time, and across the line it's going to be a 107.15 for the Alfa Romeo as Silky Seisland absolutely slaps that time out of the ballpark with a 106.402. It's provisional pole for the Williams driver. Next man across the line, I believe, will be Lucky Luke. Nope, it's his teammate Neutral Khan. Got one of the Haas's right behind him. He's invalidated his lap though, so we will watch on along with Neutral Khan. It was really wide on the final corner and he invalidates the lap. It will also invalidate this lap, so any chance he had at putting up a lap here is also gone. Rough start. Harrison's on PlayStation. Well, that explains it. Wasn't sure why he wasn't able to join. Tribal Bug is now in the session. EXA gets pole provisionally with a 106.3. About 700s between him and the Williams of Silky Seisland. 106.5 for Yellow Line. Lanky Lucas with a 106.7. 106.7 for E-Plate. 107.1. Didn't improve that time, but he might be putting up another lap here for Your Dirt. TJ King across the line put up a 107.5 flat. 107.5 for FIFA's. Wavy with a 107.6. 47.6 as we got Fragzif, I think. Frags is what I'm going to call him for now. With a 47.6 spins out of turn 1. Luckily his car ghosted, didn't hit anybody. Oh, supposed to do game chat. Okay. Well, forgive me for that, ladies and gents. Let me see if my game chat is on right now. Let me make sure I don't have anyone muted. Harrison, let me know if you can hear me. Chat, let me know if you can hear me. If so, great. If not, then... well, I don't know what we're going to do. I'm probably just going to be solo for this race. Frags has left the session. Hopefully we can turn sooner rather than later. Pikachu out of final corner now and across the line. He puts up a 106.8. It's good enough for P7. Looks like Lucky Luke will be starting his hot lap now. Neutral Kron will be the next man across the line. I don't know if he's going to be putting up a lap. He will be. He runs too wide and it's an invalidation as he has to dive into the pits pretty late there, though. Chance to turn down the master volume. Yes, my headset has the volume up pretty high. I did not expect it to be too high for you guys. Let me get that to... yeah, 6 should be fine. Alright. All we can hear is the cars. Okay, well, that makes sense. I have to speak pretty loudly for the headset to pick up my volume. The mic's like a whole 3 inches from my mouth. Let me see. Tribal Bug, he's invalidated. Perfect now. Thank you. Good, 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 good. Yeah, apologies, 55. I don't know what else to call you. It's such a Like, it looks like it's supposed to say Fiverr, but there's a T and then there's a 55 in there, and I'm like, yeah, sure. I don't know what to call you, but here we are. No, and it looks like Owen across the line will put up a 107.3. It's P12 for the Alfa Romeo, who's put up now 4 laps on those tires. Hopefully, we can... Hopefully now you guys can hear me fully. I don't know if I need to speak louder or what, but this headset doesn't seem to do a perfect job of picking up my voice. Picks up on everything else, but not so much my voice. Who's the next man we need to look at? Let's look at Tribal Bug across the line to end Sector 2. It's a 54.5 through the first 2 sectors. Through the final 2 corners. Got a 6th gear for that one, and 4th through the final corner. Avoids the curbs there, and across the line he's going to put up a 15.6. Looks like that was a warm-up lap, as he will go once again. Owen, half C. Gonna dive into the pits. We've got him, Neutral Con across the line. Neutral Con will put up a... I'm thinking he was on an outlap. Alright. Oh! Nearly loses it out of turn 1. Lucky for the Red Bull, he catches the car just in time. Maz across the line puts up 17.4. It's P16. Luca FC has rejoined the session. Good to see. Oh! Oh! Maz spins out of the exit for turn 1, runs into the Ferrari of E-Plate. And I believe it was... Yeah, it was the Haas of Finks that had to avoid it all. Tribal Bug across the line puts a pole. It's a 106.1. Taking pole by almost a 1/10.5. Christ. Oh, and it looks like Maz is spun once again. And I did see rain droplets about a second or 2 ago. And yes, there is rain out on the track. So Luca FC and Spider Noir will very well be in danger, I should say, of not making it into Q2. And Twitter Frags better get out quick if he wants to have any shot at Q2 as well. Maz, even Neutral Con, all are going to have to find a much faster lap time as Con was very wide on the exit to turn, I think through turn 8. Now turn 9 and into the final corner, turn 10, he runs extremely wide and he's invalidated. That might have been his last chance to get out of Q2 or Q1. I don't think he's going to have another chance now. I really don't. Alright, be right back, folks. Got to take care of my kids for a second. hello, I am back. Still seems like the track is pretty dry. Of course, it has been raining for a bit, so that could change. Check something on my headset. Alright. Let's see if that works. Harrison, if you're there, let me know. Let me know if you can hear me. Testing, testing. Start to see the water droplets form on the track, like I did for a second. The water droplets on the halo. It seems like there is, yes, Wavy is leaving the pits. As is FIFA's. He's on a new set of softs too. Seems like getting a little too wet for the track to have slicks on now. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm guessing we only just found out now that we might not be able to hear each other due to being on different consoles. I didn't think that was going to be a big deal. And then we remembered EA is EA. So, here we are. I'm not saying Wavy and FIFA should pit. They're free to do what they want. But being on those slick tires with the track as wet as it is, they could crash out. FIFA's has retired on track. Let's see if we can make sure he doesn't impede neutral con at all. No, he has gone off the track. We will go back to TJ King. He's obviously not going to put up a better lap time here, but I suppose he does want to get some more race. Perhaps the race is going to be wet. Perhaps Q2 and Q3 will be wet. Who knows? I mean, they do. I certainly do not. So, yeah, with that in mind, I believe I will be putting my... Well, no, actually not yet, because there's no guarantee that Xbox guys will be the top 3. I think I'll just stay in the game chat for now. This is the second most amount of viewers I've had in a single stream, like, ever, for commentary. How are we all doing tonight? I know I've already asked. But with not much going on right now, I want to know how you all are doing, what teams you guys drive for, etc. And I believe the session just ended. I didn't even look at the timer. That's good to hear, Juggernaut. So let's see, 1 out of 2 is from New Zealand. Nice. Got a French, got British, EXA, I don't know where he's from exactly. Doesn't say. Just says world. We got another Brit. World again. Irish, British, Dutch. Is this? Yeah, Bulgarian. Huh. Definitely an interesting little bit of countries here. I myself, if you can't already tell, I am an American. And if you can't tell, just listen closely and you'll notice about 5 to 10 IQ points missing. Not saying I'm stupid, but let's just say the average European is a decent bit smarter than the average American. And if you guys want to know, I'm a reserve, if you didn't hear already, I'm a reserve for the Tier 6 Mercedes team. Had a bit of an issue with that earlier. I had to talk to Josh about it. I told him, I was like, hey, I'm a Div 6, I'm a Tier 6 guy. Why am I in the Div 5 chat and stuff? Because I'm a commentator, I still have access to all the chats. I don't have like access to the attendance and stuff for Div 5 now, so had me pretty confused. Not gonna lie. Oh man, if you really want to hear some of my best commentary, go over to. I probably shouldn't be plugging another league in the Twitch, but if you guys want to know, message me on Discord, Dace Freak, or just look for the biggest dumbest moron in F6, and or Tier 6. Whatever. In Tier 6, and you'll be like, hey dude, what league are you from? What commentary do you normally do? And I can tell you from there. Damn, that sucks. I know that feeling, Jack. When the Xbox One first came out, I couldn't do one of my league races or like the final 3 races of the season because like most of the league got the new Xbox. And I just went, ooh! So that was fun. Yeah, okay, woohoo! Just switch over to your dirt, and this guy almost hits the Alpine. Not sure who's in the lead of this pack. It's Silky Seisland. And he's got your dirt right behind him. I think these guys are all eager to get a lap in because I don't think this track is going to get any drier. Pretty sure it's going to get a lot worse. I honestly thought when we first loaded into the session that it was already full wet conditions. I was like, wow, really already? Okay. Here we are. Ferrari co-team principal. Okay, not bad. I gotta say, being a team principal is not the most enjoyable job in a league. Done team principal like 2 different leagues. It's definitely torture if you aren't committed to it. And we've got your dirt who's got an Alpine right up his gearbox. I don't know if that's Yellow Lime or TJ King, excuse me. God, okay. What is going on between these two? There better not be some clownery going on between these two. Anyway, come through the final 2 corners. Silky Seisland. Now out of the final corner, avoids the curbs. Probably a good idea. And he crosses the line with a 13-3. It'll be 13-9, or 13-8 by Yellow Lime. 13-8 for Pikachu. 13-9 for TJ King. Wavy gets a 14-2, 16, almost a 16-6 exactly for your dirt. Drivers we skipped on or missed. Tribal Bug gets a 14-3. We got a lot of guys putting up lap time, so I'm just going to wait until some of these guys cross the line. EXA, Evipt, across the line, puts up a 14-5. It's P11 provisionally for the Aston Martin. Luca FC heading to the line now, and it's going to be a 13-3. It's P2 for the McLaren, thousandths of a second off of provisional pole. Cross line is the 13-8, P8 for the Haas. All right, now from top to bottom, we got Silky Seisland, 13-3, 13-3 for Luca, 13-4 for Owen, Lanky Lewis, a 13-4, 13-4 for Lucky Luke. E-Plate with a 13-8, 13-8 for Yellow Lime, Finks with a 13-8, 13-8 for Pikachu, 13-9 for TJ King. Wavy, understeering, almost hits the tire barrier in the pit entry. Puts up a 14-2, 14-2 for your dirt. 14-3. 14-2 for these two. 14-3. I thought I said 13-2. 14-3 for Tribal Bug. 14-5 for EXA. Evipped. Doing another lap. He's improved by almost half a second in the first two sectors. And across the line, it's a 13-5. He improves by almost a second and gets P6. Well, much better lap time from the Aston Martin here. Don't think E-Plate improved his lap time. We're going to go to Finks. He's diving into the pits, so he will be calling this run over. Your Dirt doesn't look like he's going to improve his lap time. I don't know if he's planning on doing another run or if he's just going into the pits now and taking it easy on the in-lap. Yeah, I mean, hopefully you'll get your PlayStation soon. I don't really have a personal preference for PlayStation or Xbox. I kind of just... Like, the only reason I have an Xbox One is because when it came out, my dad got it for me for Christmas. So, I just stuck with Xbox One. Gonna ride on board because we're getting the god-awful out the back of the car angle. There we go. Much better. He's got a Ferrari in front of him. It's 1 out of 2. Will he help him with a bit of a toe down this backstretch, or will he just get out of the way? I don't think he's going to have to get out of the way. Nope, he does. He all the way in the grass, so kudos to 1 out of 2. We've got E-Plate who's disqualified. What happened to E-Plate? Oh, wow. Okay. I was about to say his car better not come back out on track, or it could cause mayhem. There goes E-Plate. He's in the pits. Good news is he's not on the track. Got out of the final quarter. Your Dirt across the line does not improve. He's down by 4/10. Don't think Lucky... I think Lucky Luke was on his out lap there. He's going to start his hot lap. We got a yellow in Sector 1. I'm not sure what for. Oh, these guys are... Okay, wow. That's definitely... Not sure why those two are right there. Lucky Luke puts up a purple Sector 1. I'm not sure if that's just the game or if that's legit. Down the backstretch, heading into turn 4. And a second gear through here. Normally would be third if it wasn't wet. Got 40 viewers in here. Hello, everyone. Hello. How are we all doing? You want to know how I'm doing? I'm doing pretty damn good, all things considered. First time ever commentating and streaming in this league. I figured it would just be commentating. I didn't think I'd be streaming, but here we are. Lucky Luke across the line doesn't improve. He's down by a little over 1/10 of a second. And it looks like 1 out of 2 invalidated his lap. It would have been a 15-5, only good enough for 14th there. The Ferrari team's got to hope that 1 out of 2 can get out of Q2 here, or they're going to be in a very tough spot to start this season. Who's this commentating? Like Discord name. Days Freak. TJ King across the line puts up a 13-1. It is provisional pole for the Alpine driver. He is looking extremely fast to start the new year and the new season. And go over to Finks. Didn't improve for the first 2 sectors, and looks like he dropped even more time here. Doesn't have enough ERS to do another lap. He's going to have to probably bring it in. Get Yellow Lime and EXA both on their out lap right now. Lucky Luke down 3/10 of a second in the first 2 sectors, and it looks like he's going to dive into the pits, and that he will. Yellow Lime will be the next man across the line. 1 out of 2 will be the next man to put up a lap time. Across the line, it's a 13.9. It's P11. He is not safe, though. He is still in the bottom 5. Looks like we've got, I think, Silky Seisland heading into the pits now. No, actually, it's TJ King. Seisland is coming out of the pits. Seisland getting out of the way of the Aston Martin of EXA. Looks like Finks is diving into the pits as well. I don't know if these guys can't improve their time because the track's getting wetter or what. Yeah, I'm sorry, Maz. That's clearly a commentator's curse. I didn't say it, but I did show you, so yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm not trying to give anybody specific. I'm not trying to give anybody, period, a commentator's curse. We got 1 out of 2, and I believe, no, not him. Yellow Lime, both diving into the pits. Looked like they nearly lost the car. EXA evipped, coming through the final corner now. Has he found any extra time in this lap? No, down by over 0.6 of a second. Lanky Lucas, he's over almost 0.9 of a second down. Across the line, it's over 1.2. Does not improve his lap time. Silky Seisland, we're going to ride on board with him heading into turn 1, down to 3rd gear for the Williams. Now down to 2nd DRS straight. Unfortunately, there is no DRS due to the rain. Looks like Lanky Lucas trying to get off the track to get out of Silky Seisland's way. Maybe not. Maybe he's trying to continue his lap. Not sure we're going to stay on board with Seisland. Down to turn 4. He's down to 2nd gear. We got a yellow down the backstretch. It's for Finks getting out of the way of one of the Mercedes drivers. It's Pikachu he's getting out of the way of. Seisland across the line. Does not improve. He's down 0.6 of a second. I don't think any of these guys can find anything. The track's getting a bit too wet now. Oh, and that was awkward. And Seisland's going to be diving into the pits. Gotta be careful. Don't run into the back of the car. Nearly did, though. I'm not gonna lie. Nearly did. Pikachu's invalidated his lap, and was down 4.5. Gonna dive into the pits now. We got Finks across the line, or nope, coming out of the final corner now, coming to the line. To turn 1. Good exit. Got the other Mercedes of Wavy, but right behind him. Lucky Luke into the pits now. 1 out of 2 coming across the line. What can he do? It's an outlap. I do not like when the game does that to me. It is not fun. Rival Bug didn't improve in the first 2 sectors. What can he do in the final one? It's just losing more and more time. Everybody is. Your Dirt across the line for the first sector, losing over 0.2 already. You can definitely tell this track is getting a little out of hand with the moisture now. I don't think anyone's going to be able to find any amount of improvement on their lap time. Finks now coming to the line, and it's going to be a 1:14.3. He's down 0.5 second on his time. Wavy almost 1/4 of a second off of his best lap time. I don't think anyone in the bottom 4 is going to be able to improve their lap time. Which means Pikachu might be able to get away with the lap time he put up at the beginning of the session. If you look offline, doesn't look like the track's much different. But if you look on the halo, there's a lot more water on the halo than there was before. Tribal has one more chance to prove he belongs in Q3. Can he do it? Across the line, he doesn't improve at all. Owen diving into the pits. He is more than safe. He's P4. Yellow Line might also dive into the pits. He's P8, and I don't see this track getting any clearer. Wavy has not found any time in the first two sectors. Neither has Finks. I don't think either of these two are going to find any time in the final sector. Especially not Finks, over 9 seconds down on his current best lap. The checkered flag is dropped for Q2. Right on board with 1 out of 2. He's improved by a 10th in the first sector, but he's dropped over a quarter of a second in the middle sector. Can he find any time? He's got to find 7/100ths of a second to beat out Pikachu for a Q3 spot. Out of the final corner now. Coming to the line. It's not enough. He's down by 4.5 tenths. He's going to stay P11. 1 out of 2 is out of the session. Wavy is out of the session. Tribal validated his lap, as has Your Dirt, meaning Q2 is over. Bottom 5, 1 out of 2. Wavy, Your Dirt, Tribal Bug, E-Plate, who got disqualified. I didn't catch how or why he got disqualified, but that is your bottom 5. And your top 10 for Q2, TJ King in the Alpine, Silky Sizeland, Luca FC, Owen Lanky Lucas, Lucky Luke. Very similar names, and they're not on the same team. I gotta say, someone missed something there. I don't know if they do a random driver draw or what here, but it's a missed opportunity in my opinion there. EXA, Evipt, Yellow Lime, Finks, and Pikachu. Your top 10. After the race, can you show the race director? Okay, yeah, I can do that. Ask me in the Twitch chat, because I would have seen it much sooner. Oh, wait, you just messaged that. And it looks like all but one driver is going to be on full wets now. Is it full wet time? Certainly looks like it. You look on the track, there are some puddles, but not many. Oh no, now I can see a few more. Yeah, nope. Definitely full wet time. When you can see puddles on the to the side of the racing line, it's definitely full wet time. So, gotta see how Yellow Line can handle these conditions on those inters. The first man out of the pits being Silky Sizeland. He will be also the first one to put up a hot lap in Q3. He runs really wide, and that's it for him here. TJ King is the first man. Oh! Well, bravo to Silky Sizeland, giving him a bit of a tow, but he also nearly ran into the back of... He almost Had TJ King run into the back of him. Heading into turn 5, I think, or actually turn 6, I think. Now through the first 2 sectors, it's a 52-2. Through the penultimate corner now, the final corner here at Austria. Across the line, it's a 15.988. This man across the line is going to be Yellow Lime, our sole Inter's driver here on this run. Going a little wide on the exit of the final corner. But coming to the line, it's a 19.5 Pikachu with a 16.5. 3 seconds faster than Yellow Lime. Yellow Lime, I think, by now knows that he is definitely on the tire. Or, excuse me, not... Yeah, Yellow Lime on the wrong tire. EXA EVIPT is a 16.6. 16.4 for Lanky Lucas. Lucky Luke is got a 16.2. Luca has invalidated his lap. Banks across the line at 16.222. 2 thousandths of a second off of Lucky Luke. It's P3 for the Haas provisionally. Silky Seisland across the line. It's going to be a 16.290. Now I've got 3 drivers in the 16.2s here. Lucky Luke, Finks, and Seisland. I'm honestly shocked these guys aren't putting up more laps, putting in more fuel in their car. Of course, if the rain continues to stay this heavy, I don't think it'll matter how much fuel they put in or how much they take out. Luca, once again, has invalidated his lap. So far, it still seems like he's got enough fuel to do another lap, though. Now on to Owen. Currently P9 out of the final corner. And across the line, it's going to be a 16.6. It's P8 for the Alfa Romeo. And it looks like Luca will be diving into the pits. Thanks. Doesn't look like he's going to improve. Might be doing another lap. I'm not sure. At least not. Certainly not this time, but perhaps next time. Seisland diving into the pits now. Next man across the line will be Lanky Lucas, who didn't improve on his first sector, down by a little over 0.05 of a second. Let's see if he can get an improvement through the second sector. He does. Almost 0.2 improvement there. How much more time can the AlphaTauri find in the final sector? The final corner, he's a little low on fuel now. Across the line, Lanky Lucas is going to put up a 16.3. He finds a 10th. It's not enough to gain a position, though. EXA dives into the pits. He will be putting in another run later on in the session. Yellow Lime coming out of the pits now. Luca looks like he's going to be coming out of the pits, and that he is. He'll be putting in another run now. Thanks, diving into the pits now. The only drivers out on track: Yellow Lime, Lanky Lucas, and Lucky Luke. Oh, and Luca. Lanky Lucas found just a bit of time in the first sector. Not by a lot, but he found a little bit of time there. Running really wide here in turn 6. I don't know if he's going to find any improvement. He does not. It looks like he's dropped back a bit. Lucas has invalidated his lap. I was looking at my phone for just a second. Lucky Luke starting his hot lap now. TJ King has switched on to a set of mediums. I don't think it wise to do a lap on that set of mediums, even if it doesn't do much tire wear or whatever. I just feel like you want to have a second set of mediums for the race. Across the line, Lucas going to start his first hot lap, perhaps his final run on the session. Looks like Seisland has invalidated his lap. Not going to be able to improve here. It might be his out lap he's on right now, and it is. So he'll be starting hot lap now with 3:45 left in the session. Still only got 4 cars out on the track. I'm not sure if the track's any better or worse to drive on right now. Was cheating and still lost. I'm not sure what you mean by that. And I'm not a steward. I'm not the person to talk to about that. Lanky Luke is coming out of the pits along with Pikachu and Owen. Yellow line diving into the pits. Might be the end of his session. Meanwhile, Luca has invalidated his lap. Still has enough time to do another run. You could probably do 2 more laps at least. Maybe even 3 if you've got enough fuel. And as long as you don't invalidate. I'm not sure how people are invalidating so much in a full wet quali session. I understand it's quali, so you're going to run a little wider than... You're going to try to push the limits, but... Please check commentator chat. Commentator chat, gotcha, bud. 18-1 for Luca in the first sector. There it is. There's so many chats. Streamers at... Yeah, no, what's his face? Lukva, or however you say his name, has already told me to check the race director after the race. Luca through the first 2 sectors to 52.8. Getting double purple sectors in the first 2 sectors. I'm not sure if that's just the game messing around with me or not, but... Well, we're about to find out here as Luca's coming through the penultimate corner. Now the final corner. A bit of an awkward angle and a bit of an awkward line through the final corner, but across the line it's a 16-2, puts him P4. He's got Finks right in front of him. I don't know if Luca's doing another lap. It doesn't look like he can. He's got the red light flashing, which means he doesn't have enough fuel to put up another lap. Silky Seisland once again invalidating. He's diving into the pits. He's not going to have enough time now. Pikachu, through the first 2 sectors, has improved his time by almost 0.02 of a second. Ugh. Now through the final corner. On the gas real hard here. Pushing to the line. It's a 16.4. He improves by about 600. He takes P7 away from EXA, EVIPT. And he's improving his lap time by almost 0.6 of a second. And the Aston Martin do. There's 35 seconds and counting left in this session. Across the line, EXA EVIPT, and it's a 16.13. It's P3 for the Aston Martin. Finks coming across the line. He's going to start his final hot lap now. No, check that. That was a 16.5 he just did. But he will be starting his final hot lap now. We're going to move on to Pikachu. Be the first man to cross the line. After him will be Yellow Lime, followed by Owen. Purple Sector 2 for the Mercedes of Pikachu. Now out of the final quarter. Coming to the line, Pikachu puts up a 16-3. It's not enough to improve his position. It's P8 still. Yellow Lime across the line, 16-6. Owen across the line with a 16-0. It's P2. Lanky Luke is P4 with a 16-1. Owen beats out Lucky Luke by just 1/1000th of a second. We move to EXA. Coming across the line. He doesn't improve. TJ King across the line improves by just over a tenth. It's a 15-8. Finks across the line. What can he do? Doesn't look like he wanted to improve. I don't think he was going to there. He may have stopped because of that. It's P6 for the Haas. And that is Q3, done and dusted. So your top 10 order: TJ King, Owen, Calf C. I don't, maybe it's Owen, Ka, and then FC. I don't know. We got Lucky Luke, Lanky Lucas, once again, 3rd and 4th. I'm telling you, this would be a perfect duo for a team. But we just had a missed opportunity there. That's unfortunate to see. EXA, Evipt, Finks, Luca FC, Silky, Sizeland, Pikachu, and Yellow Lime are your top 10 for this race tonight. And, oh boy, someone readied up early. Someone readied up early, I think. I can already see the timer. Someone had to have readied up early. Well, that's unfortunate. Yep. Everyone and their grandma is on the medium tires. The one exception is Frags on the hards. Ugh. And yeah, people are not happy. Someone readied up, and there might be some people here that aren't even ready to do the race right now. Probably had to go to the bathroom, and now they've got to deal with the fact that they can't do that. All I can say to that is just F. And it seems like we've already had 2 drivers get disqualified, FIFAs and Maws, from the formation lap. And everyone behind Lanky Lucas is just taking their time on this formation lap. Especially some of these back markers here. Spider Noir, I don't think has been able to rejoin the session. I don't know if I can invite him back. He's going to have to just hope he can find a way back into the session. TJ King, Owen, Luke, Lucas, Thanks, Lucas, Silky, Pikachu, Yellow Lime, EXA, 1 out of 2, Wavy, Your Dirt, Tribal, E-Plate, FIFA's Moz, Con, Frags, and Spider Noir are your grid order. 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out, and away we go here to start the season at Austria. Doesn't look like either of the top two get a very good start. Seems everyone is right on their tail. Oh, and we got guys going wide and cars in the back. Evip all the way in the back already. Let's go to position change. Evip losing 10 positions. I am not sure what happened to TJ King, but he's already got a missing front wing. Spider Noir, I don't know if I'm pretty sure he's an AI. I'm going to worry about him, but TJ King, who started on pole, is already down to 19th. As Luke and Finks start to pull away from the pack. Pikachu gets a 5 seconds penalty for ignoring yellow flags. And we got more trouble in the back as Moz, Tribal Bug, and a few others. Another spin or another incident. I'm not sure what's happening, even going on right now. I'm trying to keep up with everything, and it's just one thing after another. What has happened? Lucky Luke across the line puts up the best lap of a 12.3. We got TJ King in the pits along with Neutral Con. Your Dirt as well. 3 drivers in the pits to end the first lap of this race. Definitely not a great way to do it. And we've got a reset to track. I saw a reset by EXA. I'm not sure if that's a penalty, but we're going to find out after the end of this race. Look at the front. We've got Lucky Luke and Finks, who are continuing to pull a gap on Silky Seisland. About a second and a half now. Everyone on track, just about everybody except P6 to P11 is pretty spread out. And then you got these guys. Oh, 1 out of 2 trying to go around the outside of the final corner on Pikachu. I'm not sure if that's where you want to try to make an overtake. Silky Seisland gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Bit of an unfortunate scene for that for the Williams driver already. Pikachu trying to go around the outside of Yellow Lime. Doesn't look like he's going to get it. He should get it here as he's right behind the Alpine. Going to get a bit of a toe down here. I don't think it's enough. And it's not. Yellow Lime's going to maintain position, but we've got Wavy on the inside of 1 out of 2, and I think he touched him a little bit. He lost the car just for a moment. E-Plate and Wavy right alongside each other. It looks like a bit of contact. Oh, another bit of contact there. Oh. And that sends E-Plate off. Wavy bumps into the back of E-Plate, and it sends him down to P11. FIFA's takes advantage of that and gets into the points. We got another penalty. We got like 4 more penalties. I can't even keep up with this. Wow. And Moz has spun again. And as has Frags in the gravel. TJ King gonna get 2 free positions off of these. Well, maybe just 1. I don't think Moz is... Yeah, Moz is recovered. I don't know if he's gonna pit here or not, but... And he does. Lucky Luke still maintaining a bit of a gap to Finks. And we got another yellow. It's again Frag spinning out in the penultimate corner. Gonna have to take it pretty easy on those tires. He just pit for those hards. If he pits again, his race is pretty much over. Lucky Luke is now pulled out of the DRS of Finks as Seisland gets another 3-second penalty. It's a 3-second for Owen as well. 1 out of 2 and Moz. We got a yellow. It's FIFA's. He's spun off. Not in the... Oh, he was. He did get back onto the track, but he's ghosted, so... Tribal Bug can just drive right through him. Finks now has a 3-second time penalty. Just makes matters even worse. He's already dropped about a second in the last lap and a half, and now he's got a 3-second time penalty. Meanwhile, for Lucky Luke, this is absolute breath of fresh air he wanted and needed. TJ King gets a 3-second time penalty. We're about to just keep this tab open to see how people are getting on with the penalties. Perhaps try and keep up with these. Yellow Lime in the... Oh! I don't think Pikachu hit the Alpine. I can't be sure. I'm not one of these guys. I can't say. Got a bit of a dogfight here for P6 between Yellow Lime, Pikachu, and 1 out of 2. These three are not giving each other an inch. Certainly not tonight, anyway. Yellow Lime on the inside. This is a bad place to try and overtake as Yellow Lime is spun and hit the wall. I don't know if that's wing damage for the Alpine, but oh, it certainly is now. Yeah, certainly not the place you want to try and overtake. I'm not entirely sure what he was doing there. Over to the battle for P3 between Lanky Lucas and Silky Seisland. Lanky dives about as deep as you possibly can into the hairpin. And he's going to lose the position and give it right back to Silky, who's now got DRS and the position well before turn 4. It is lap 6, and we've already had enough action to last about at least half of this race. My God, it is definitely not. 1 out of 2 is spun. He's facing backwards. He's got to get himself turned around quickly, and he does just that. He's going to lose a few more positions. He's down to P12. Now you got to hope if you're a Ferrari, part of the Ferrari camp, that he doesn't. Oh, and he does. Oh, you don't want to push on these tires if you've spun them. Once you spin on these tires, you've got to be very easy on them. We got Moz, who's almost a lap down already. It's not looking great for the Aston Martin driver. You've got to hope, if you're in his shoes, that he gets a safety car to go his way. Lucky Luke going extremely wide on the hairpin of turn 3. I'm not sure how there's so many people going so deep into that hairpin, but I don't know. I'm definitely confused. Your Dirt gets a 3-second time penalty, so we're going to bring up the penalties again. And just like that, we've got almost half the grid with a penalty. Frags has just spun, and he's nearly lapped already. We move on to our race leader, and he spins again right in front of him. Wow. Facing the wrong way. He's got to get out on the track. He's just got to turn himself around. You're already ghosted. You're not going to get a penalty for... or you're not going to hit anybody if you just turn around. He's going to be disqualified really soon here if he doesn't start moving. Going to move back to Lucky Luke, who's now almost got 3 seconds of a lead to Finks. Silky Seisland has 9. Owen with 3. 5 for Pikachu. Tribal, 3. TJ, 3. Your Dirt, 1 out of 2, and Moz, all with 3 seconds. Almost half the grid has gotten a penalty, and we're not even at the end of lap 8. Frags again spins. Just not the race. That's not the start to the season he wanted. He'll be diving into the pits, and I'm quite sure he spins and it resets him. Neutral Con gets a time penalty. Yellow Line gets a 3-second time penalty. I believe that should do it for over half the grid. Yeah. 11 drivers now. Different drivers have a penalty now. Moz with another 3-second time penalty. We got Moz, who's going really wide on the exit of that corner. We're going to go to the battle for P2. It's a 4-car DRS train. Finks, Seisland, Lanky, and Owen. The only one of these 4 without a penalty is Lanky Lucas. Get a pretty tight battle for P17 between 1 out of 2 and Your Dirt. I almost want to call him Joe Dirt. Oh, boy. These two fighting really hard in the middle sector and now the beginning of the final sector. Oh! Your Dirt. Looks like he's got a very, very lively rear end in this race tonight. I'm not even sure who to watch. It's just, there's just so many people going all over the place. Moz with another 3-second time penalty. That gives him 9. Lanky Lucas now with a time penalty. This first of the race. I was hoping he could stay clean for a bit longer. The only drivers left without penalties, Lucky Luke. Wavy, who now swaps positions with his teammate. Hopefully Pikachu can try and hold up the Ferrari of E-Plate. So I'm the Mercedes team principal. I'm telling up Pikachu to hold off the Ferrari and just keep Wavy in P6. Oh, bit of contact. I think E-Plate may have hit Pikachu, or vice versa. But all this fighting is allowing EXA to catch back up, and Seisland's off the track, and so is Finks. What has happened to the two? And we've got Frags, who's, I think, crashed out, but I'm not actually sure. No, he's retired from the race. His car is solid. Oh, he runs into the back of the retired car. I don't know if that's damage, but that could be a penalty for the McLaren. I'm not sure how the rules work here in this league, but I know in every other league I've been in, retiring on track is definitely a huge penalty. Lanky Lucas is in the pits. It means he probably does have damage. Moz has retired from the session. Ending those two's races prematurely. Finks in the pits as well. Big accident there. Seisland gets another 3-second. I wasn't sure if he got speeding in the pits or not, but he's not in the pits, so. And we got Finks who's changing onto softs. This is definitely an interesting strategy call here. We've got the AI of Moz coming back out on track as TJ King is right behind him. Good news, doesn't hold him up. Lanky Lucas trying to get around him. Oh, I don't know why he was trying to get I don't know why he was trying to get a get a toe off of the Aston, but I think the car has just stopped on track. It has. It just stopped on track, and it's gone away now, thankfully, but definitely not what you want to see here. EXA Evic right behind E-Plate. And E-Plate's going to just get DRS, but just enough on the Williams of Silky Seisland. Not many fights going on now for position. Tribal getting past the AI of Luca for P7. Wavy now in the pits after 10 laps on the mediums. And with these guys going on to the hards, I'm going to assume that there is no rain coming. Not anytime soon. If there is, I'm, again, not going to be for a while. Seems like we got the sun peeking out now. Trying to get a bit brighter, thankfully. What happened to the Mercs? Wavy, I think, got caught in an incident. I believe. I'm not even sure, although he did just pit. So either got caught in an incident and then pitted, or he just pitted, period. Pikachu is fine. He's been doing pretty good from where he started. Let me see. Position change. Yeah, Pikachu's gained 2 positions. So he's doing pretty good. Currently, the big mover today is E-Plate up from P15 to P5. And with the DRS and using the ERS, he could get past the Aston of EXA. Wow, terrible camera angle, thanks. If I'm E-Plate, I would probably try and hold off on using that ERS. The guy in front of him have a good bit more, especially EXA, with almost a full battery still. He hasn't really used his battery much at all so far. We're going to actually stay along for the ride here between these three, fighting for P3. EXA going on the inside of the Williams. Looks like he's going to get the move done unless Silky has something to say about it, and he does. He spins him. He spins himself too, and he spins E-plate. I think two of them reset to track. EXA does not. So that could be a curious situation there. Silky now running into the back of Tribal. I think I just heard him bump the rear end of the car. Side by side into the penultimate corner, not a good idea. Side by side in the final corner, not a good idea. Silky loses 3 positions in 2 corners. Yeah, Seisland took out Finks. That I know. That much I saw. We've got FIFA's now in the pits. He's done about, he's done 12 laps, 13 now on those mediums. He's going on to a new set of tires. I don't know if that's the softs, another set of mediums, or the hards. We're gonna watch, and it's the hards. So we now got a 5-way fight for P4 between E-Plate, Luca, Tribal Bug, Seisland, and EXA. We got a yellow going on right behind these guys. I'm not sure what for or who. Oh! Silky's going into the pits, as is E-Plate. Tribal, Luca, and EXA all stay out. E-Plate and Seisland going on to the brand new hards. Finks back in the points, but he's on 4-lap old softs already. So I don't know if Finks made the right call here. He's got to hope for a safety car if he wants those that soft gamble to pay off. It's Tier 6 carnage is going to happen. Well, okay, well, I mean, kind of makes sense. You're the bottom tier in a league. It usually happens that way. Tribal trying to stick with the McLaren of Luca. Lucky Luke doing another lap on these mediums. Owen is pitting. Pikachu's also stays out. Luca and Tribal stay out. EXA. Oh! Looking like he was about to lose it there for a moment. He's going to stay out. TJ King is going to stay out. His tires are about a lap younger. It's Lanky Lucas gets past Owen. Be trouble for the Alfa Romeo. Exactly what he's going to do. He's going to get him by a good chunk, too. Oh, Finks has only pulled away about a 1.6, now 7 seconds on E-Plate. And we've got Silky and Seisland battling for position. The line looks like he's got it. They're right on board with Wavy, though. Wavy gets a very deep dive there. We got a yellow in Sector 3. It's for our race leader. It's Lucky Luke. Not so lucky right now as he spun out in the penultimate corner. He's got to pit now. As does the man right behind him. Oh, he drives through him. And he gets a speeding penalty. Pikachu going a little too aggressive. And it might cost him. Tribal Bug stays out. As does... No, Luca actually does pit. So the only driver who stays out on those old mediums is... Oh, no, not just Tribal, but TJ King does too. He pitted on at the end of lap 1 onto a set of mediums. And Lucky Luke may have just thrown away the win. And it's not going to help him if he's going terribly deep into the hairpin. We've you can't help but wonder if Finks is going to try and get past Lucky Luke. And if he does, is he going to be able to hold him? And the fight for P5 here could allow E-Plate get back up into DRS. Luca's already in the DRS of E-Plate, and he is. Oh, Luca may have lost it. He's now out. 1.4 seconds back. Tribal bug into the pits. Gonna go on to the brand new hards. Go to the end. Right now, I think provisional race leader is Owen. TJ still has to pit, because I don't think he's going to be able to make those tires last to the end. And Lakey Lucas is definitely going to have his tires fall off by the end of this race. Currently, driver with the most amount of penalties is Silky Seisland, 18 seconds. And we've only got 2 drivers left on the entire grid, and Silky Seisland just forces Yellow Lime off the track in the hairpin. I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like almost everybody has gone wide in that hairpin. I don't know if it's something with the game or if it's just that these guys are going a little too aggressive to start the season. And Lucky Luke was one of the last drivers without a single. The only man left without a penalty is the AI of Spider Noir. And he's almost a lap down. We've got Finks and E-Plate. Finks gets past E-Plate. These two do not have any DRS. They're hitting, they're beating and banging. Oh, and Finks loses all 3 positions from P5 to P8 in the blink of an eye. We got a yellow, we got a slow car down the front stretch. I'm not sure who it is, but I want to keep my eyes on this now 5-way fight between Tribal, E-Plate, Luca, Finks, and now Pikachu. EXA Evip might be able to catch up to these guys, and if he does, it could be a 6-way dogfight for P5. That's what I was saying. I saw him get just straight up thrown off the track, and I'm like, wow, what is going on? Oh, Finks is... Okay, I can't be the only one that I thought just saw his wheel come off. I could not be the only one. I thought he was out. Finks is going to dive into the pits, though. He's going to go either onto a set of mediums. You can make it to the end on mediums, but it's going to be pretty... Your tires are definitely going to hate you by the end. Or he's going to go onto the hards, and they'll be pretty good by the end. I don't know. FIFA's P11 now. 1 out of 2 right behind him. He doesn't get DRS, though. Yellow Lime also on a new set of hards. And Finks will go on to the mediums to the end. TJ King still has yet to pit. Currently behind the AI of Spider Noir. If you're Lanky Lucas, you almost wish you would have... that the car would have been about at least a half a second ahead of you. Just so you could get DRS down this straight off of the AI. I swear I saw Fink's wheel come off. I really thought it did. I saw it come off and then come right back on as he reset the track. I am just completely lost for words. I don't know what I just saw. Silky Seisland again with a penalty. If he gets any more, I think he's going to get disqualified. We look at the penalties. He's got 21 seconds. I don't know how he's even in this race still. And we got a yellow. It's Finks again. On those brand new mediums, he just loses the rear end and it's gone. 1 out of 2 is got another penalty. It's 9 for him. You gotta wonder, how much longer can TJ make these tires last? He's gotta pit soon. He stays out again, another lap on He's gonna stay out another lap. We got Yellow Lime, who's retired in the pits, I believe. Yep, it's in the pits. Didn't say anything on the screen. Luca with a time penalty again. We've got a spin. It's neutral con. Can't help but wonder. You gotta hope Yellow Lime's AI doesn't get in the way of Wavy. Gonna be the man right behind him as he exits the pits. Doesn't look like he will. Gonna go on to this helicopter view. I wish I could keep this view. We got, oh, it looks like contact between Luca and Tribal. Wasn't enough to do anything, though. We're gonna look now right on board. And you're giving me a terrible angle. Thanks. Oh, and he spins Pikachu into the right rear tire, and they're both around. Wavy's gonna get 2 free positions on that. Currently P8 and P9 for the Mercedes team. Tribal Bug. Newer tires than both of them. Might be able to catch them. Of course, then there's the penalties, which he's got 14 seconds of, and Wavy only has 3. 8. Do we start from the top? Oh! Good news for the AlphaTauri team. Lanky Lucas has caught up. He's in the DRS of TJ King. Our Tribal Bug has lost a few spots, and he is in the pits. He's going to take his 5-second penalty, so good on him for that. At least he won't have 14. He's going on to a new set of mediums. TJ King pit now, he'd come out in P9, maybe P10. I think if you're TJ King, you've got to pit now. I mean, the longer you wait, the worse it's going to get for you, and Lanky Lucas is already right behind him. E-plate with another time penalty. It's now 9. Nope. E-plate. 6 seconds for him. So he has done a relatively okay job on the penalties compared to some of his other competitors. EXA with another time penalty. It's a second of the race. It's now 6 for him as well. EXA right behind the McLaren of Luca. Meanwhile, it's now a 3-car DRS train for the top 3. Owen has caught up. The best news for Owen is he's got 5-lap fresher tires than Lanky. As we've got a car off, it's Tribal Bug. Oh, okay, that could be a penalty. That I would call a penalty. I'm sorry, but that was... Oh, I don't know what that was. Okay, back to the front. I mean, he nearly killed that guy. Lucky Luke just gets another time penalty. Tribal dives into the pits, and he's going to retire from the session. I cannot say I blame him. He was a good bit off. It just wasn't getting much better for him. Bad news for TJ. Good news for TJ King is he has got the lead. Bad news is he needs to pit, and he's got no ERS. Both the guys behind him have a bit more, not a lot more, but a bit more. Oh, and Lanky Lucas dives, and it's a good dive. Oh, Owen does too. And TJ King just gave up both positions. I'm not sure what he's doing there, but he might be coming in this time. And Lucas gets past, Owen gets past Lanky Lucas. I think he just let him through. They have the same number of penalties, and Owen has 5-lap younger tires. I'm not sure the strategy call there from Lucas. Perhaps he wanted the DRS, but might hurt him. TJ King did 24 laps on those tires, did not blow a tire out, and he is going to go onto the softs for the end. So he's almost a lock for the fastest lap of the race. Coming out of the pits, he's lost P6 to E-Plate. Pikachu, I think it's crucial Pikachu gets past him here. And he does. Doesn't look like he's going to lose position to Wavy. And he's going to come out in P8. So the overcut for the Alpine works to perfection. Not at all what I figured it would be. He only lost about 17 seconds in the pits, so great news for TJ King. He could possibly catch back up. Of course, then you got to think about penalties, and he's only got 3. The 5 guys in front of him, the top 5 in front of him, all have 6 seconds, except Pikachu, who is 8. Owen just got another 3-second time penalty, so now Lanky Lucas, all he's got to do is just stay behind him within 3 seconds, and he should be able to win this race, but he's got to stay behind him. He's got to stay on track, too. He's also got Lucky Luke right behind him. These two always near each other. It's definitely interesting. Lanky Lucas and Lucky Luke. I mean, I don't think they're friends in real life, but it would definitely be hilarious if they were. We're just going to ride helicopter view with Luke until it's gone. And then we're going to go... Here we go. We got a position battle. It looks like TJ King gets past Pikachu. That's 1 man down. 6 to go. Like these 3 are just going to keep maintain position. Now, I really don't see any reason for Lanky to try and go for the lead right now. I think his best bet is to just chill out right behind the Alfa Romeo. King now passes the Ferrari of E-Plate, but E-Plate... Oh, an E-Plate! And he... Okay, was that lag or did he reset? I have no idea. That was so fast. Wow. Okay, so I thought he lost it, but then he went right back onto the track. Wow, neither TJ King nor E-Plate get DRS there. And apparently neither does Pikachu. I'm not sure what's going on. Neither of them got DRS there. And that might actually hurt E-Plate quite a bit. You can tell he's already lost over 8 tenths, and he is just hemorrhaging time. You can't blame E-Plate. It's not his fault. He's just on much older, hard tires. TJ King's on pretty new, soft tires. Much lighter on the fuel, too. With everything that's happened in this race, I'm honestly shocked we have seen 0 safety cars. TJ King now with a 108.6. Bit slower than his fastest lap he recently put up of a 107.4. TJ King is now less than 14.5 seconds behind. And Pikachu dives very deep. And it's going to give E-Plate a very big opportunity here to make the overtake. Oh, and he... Oh! E-Plate knocking Pikachu off the track. Neutral Con gets a 3-second time penalty. That is 14 seconds for the Red Bull. And we got a yellow. It's not Neutral Con. No, it's Lucky Luke and Lanky Lucas. What has happened to them? What has happened? Luca passes them both. He's in P3 now. He goes very wide. Almost pretty much forces the McLaren off. TJ King gets a 3-second time penalty. That's not what the Alpine needed. He's now level with everybody in the top 7 on penalties with the exception of Lanky Lucas. And Lucky Lucas just spun again. What is happening between these 3? Because whatever's happening, they're allowing the Alpine of TJ King to catch up. And he might not have the advantage on penalties now, but he's certainly got the advantage on tires. E-Plate dives a bit deep into the corner. Pikachu looking for the switchback out of turn 4. They're side by side. Turn 6. Once again, now Pikachu trying to switch back again. Doesn't have it, though. Has to back out. He's driving in the grass to try and pass him. Went side by side, and oh! E-Plate just takes out Pikachu. I can tell you this, with everything I've seen so far already, there could be a lot of penalties after this race. Back at the front, you've got Owen, who's got 3.3 seconds to EXA evipped. And even though evipped has 1 lap fresher tires, he doesn't have the pure pace advantage over Owen, I don't think. Of course, I could be proven wrong here. We've got Pikachu and FIFA's wheel banging here as I switch on to Pikachu's. Still got a 4-way fight for P3. Owen gets another time penalty. And we got a yellow. It's for E-Plate. Oh boy, Pikachu with a 3-second time penalty. I didn't see him go off the track, but alrighty then. Wavy into the pits. I think he knows there's no chance of him. Oh boy, what's happened here? Okay, I'm not sure what's going on there, but back to our race leader. Owen has 3 more seconds in penalties than Evipt, and that could keep Evipt, or could keep Owen from winning. And Owen also has 6 more seconds in penalties than Lanky Lucas. So Lanky Lucas has got to keep it clean, but he's also got to catch by 0.6 of a second to Owen. And I don't know if he can do that. His tires are 5 laps older. Plus, it doesn't help that he's dragging along a DRS train here. Lucky Luke gets another 3-second time penalty. That's now 9 for him. Oh, that DRS. Lucky Luke doesn't have DRS. He's the only one of these 4 who doesn't. He's the leader of the DRS train. Oh, Luca! And Luke knocks Lucas off, but Lucas gets the position back. He's going to have to give it back up, though. He overtook him off the track. And that's going to kill Lucas. He goes all the way down to P6. Meanwhile, Lucas and Luke, P5 and 6. Lucas passes Luke. Luke's tires are 6 laps younger than Lucas's. So he might be able to make the move on him. Oh! Nearly bumps into the back of the AlphaTauri. And these two have lost DRS now to TJ King and Luca. Now it's a 2-man fight between the two for P3. TJ King runs very wide on the exit of the final corner. Definitely another extension warning, track extension warning. ERS, he's not going to have the advantage, though. He doesn't have much ERS. Neither does Luca, but it's more than TJ King. In the meantime, we got Your Dirt now out of the race, who's given his own teammate, unintentionally given his own teammate DRS. EXA Evipt is less than a second and a half behind Owen, and Owen has another 3 seconds. EXA Evipt might win this race on penalties. Or maybe even on track, because he's caught him by a good chunk over the last few laps. I am not sure what's going on here. It's weird how you guys keep telling me to show penalties, and I don't even rate it, but I show the penalties anyway. I mean, definitely a happy coincidence. Got Wavy, who's losing position to Zord Dirt. Wavy, I think, has actually left the session. I don't know if he can come back. We certainly got to hope so. Oh boy, we got an interesting fight here for P5 between Lucas and Luke. Doesn't look like Luke is going to be able to do anything here, though. So we're going to move on to Evipt. Oh, he's going to dive deep, and he's going to get the position. Oh, and in the meantime, looks like he's going to just lose out here on P1. On track and after penalties. We got a yellow in Sector 3. It's for the Haas of Finks. Good news for Finks is he might still get P11 after penalties for Seisland. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you. Appreciate the comments and the praise. I didn't expect I'd do very good with all that's been going on in this race. I haven't been able to really keep up. Fifas loses P9 to E-Plate. Might lose out on P9 anyway due to penalties. Unless E-Plate can get a 3-second himself and then he can pass him on track. The final lap of the race, and I've only just realized it. EXA. Right now it looks like EXA should be able to win this race. He's just got to keep it on track. He doesn't even need to hold on to P1 on track. He just needs to not... don't extend, don't spin, don't anything. And TJ King on the inside of turn 4. It looks like he should be able to get it, which means it could be a podium for the Alpine. Oh, but... oh, Luca dives a little bit deep. Doesn't look like he missed out on it. Oh! We got Fifas with another 3 seconds, and I think 2 other drivers did as well. I'm not sure who. It's going to be a biter. But the race winner tonight is EXA Evipt. P2 is Owen, unless Wavy has something to say about it, which he certainly will, as he's going to cross the line, and it doesn't give me any info. There we go. TJ King. Oh, no. Lanky Lucas gets the podium after penalties. P3, Lanky Lucas, followed by TJ King, Luca FC, Lucky Luke. Wavy, I'm not sure why it's not giving him any... I don't understand what's going on with that now. Alright then. Lucky Luke P6, P7, 1 out of 2, P8 E-Plate, Pikachu P9, P10 Fifas. I'm just going to assume P11's going to go to Finks unless he spins. Got a 10-second for reset to track. Oh boy, he's gonna get a 10-second? Oh boy. Wow. So P11 is gonna be Wavy, I guess. I'm not sure. We're gonna have to... I don't know if it's the game being wonky or what. Or if it's fixing himself and it's just going bananas or what. But that was an absolutely insane race. Driver of the day, according to the game, is EXA Evipt. Going to get a 10-second penalty after this for resetting to track. I imagine a lot of other drivers are going to as well. I saw a good number of resets, so I can see probably half the grid getting a 10-second at least one 10-second penalty for resetting to track. Yeah, my dog is barking at probably no one, honestly. So, EXA Evipt, Owen, Lanky Lucas, TJ King, Luca, Lucky Luke, 1 out of 2. E-Plate, Pikachu, and FIFAs are your points finishers provisionally. Wavy, Finks, Silky Sizeland, Neutral Con, Your Dirt, Spider Noir. I don't think he's going to be counted because he was an AI the whole race. Tribal Bug, Yellow Lime, Moz, and Frags is your finishing order. All right. That'll do it for me, folks. I don't have any time to do interviews or anything. Thank you all for watching. Good night.